Alright guys, thank you for watching. In the video today we have God of War Ragnarok File Size, which has now been revealed. A modder has taken a pop at Sony PlayStation by claiming that they can turn the PS4 game Bloodborne into a 60 frame per second game with no problems whatsoever. We have Splinter Cell Remake, which gets a fresh new story mode. We have a new PSVR 2 trailer which champions exciting new features, and as usual the links to all the articles are down below in the description. So looking at our first piece of news, God of War Ragnarok PS4 file size is reportedly clocking in at around 90 gigabytes. According to a post on the PlayStation Game Size Twitter account, Sony Santa Monica Studios' hugely anticipated God of War Ragnarok on the PS4 could weigh in at about 90 gigabytes. The findings are not 100% confirmed yet, and there's still no word on how much space the PS5 version of God of War Ragnarok will eat up on your hard drive. In addition, it's worth noting that even if the 90 gigabyte is correct, it's still subject to change from now until the release date. God of War Ragnarok is penciled in for release on November the 9th, 2022 for the PS4 and PS5, and is the follow-up to the 2018's critically acclaimed soft reboot of God of War. The game reunites players with Kratos and Atreus as they battle against new enemies including Freya and Thor, God of Thunder. Sony unveiled a brand new God of War trailer recently during the most recent State of Play broadcast, as well as confirming it will release a special DualSense controller featuring a bear and wolf insignia. God of War Ragnarok will feature more than 60 accessibility options when it launches, an area which Naughty Dog's The Last of Us Part 1 also really delivered on. So moving on to our next piece of news, and this is about a modder who has come out to say that Bloodborne PS4 60 FPS requires just 2 lines of code that need changing to enable the game to play at 60 frames per second. So respected modder Lance McDonald has claimed that Sony wouldn't have any trouble getting a Bloodborne PS4 60 FPS update up and running, claiming it would simply require 2 lines of code that need changing. Speaking on Twitter, McDonald also revealed that there are 0 barriers preventing Sony from releasing a Bloodborne PS5 port or a PC version of the game. The comments were made after Jeff Grubb claimed that Bloodborne's code is a bit of a mess and would require From Software's supervision to work on a port, and couldn't simply just pass it off to another studio to develop. Furthermore, Jeff Grubb also said that the studio is simply too busy with Elden Ring to work on itself. McDonald certainly knows his stuff, as he's the one responsible for releasing a Bloodborne 60 FPS update back in February 2021. Bloodborne was released on the PS4 in March 2015 and is widely regarded as one of the console's best games to date. I hope Sony are saving a Bloodborne remaster for the PS5. I hope they do something with it though. The IP needs investing in. It's such a good game. I haven't played all of it fully. I've dipped in and out of the game. I can't remember what I was playing around the time, but I never really got a chance to get into Bloodborne. I want to revisit it and I want to play it in full, but I'm a bit reluctant because the game's on PS4. It's kind of limited at 30 frames, and I'm kind of used to now playing at 60 frames on the PS5, and also with that visual kind of fidelity, I want it to come out on the PS5 with an update. So I kind of hope it would get a PS5 update so I can play through it and probably maybe revisit it. Maybe do a stream on the playthrough or something along those lines. So I'm hoping Sony announces something soon regarding Bloodborne. Moving on to our next piece of information, we have Splinter Cell Remake job listing, which reveals the original game's story is being rewritten for modern audiences. A job listing for a scriptwriter on the upcoming Splinter Cell Remake at Ubisoft has indicated the development team are revamping the story for modern audiences. Here's a piece of that job description, and it goes on to say, using the first Splinter Cell game as our foundation, we are rewriting and updating the story for a modern day audience. We want to keep the spirit and themes of the original game while exploring our characters and the world to make them more authentic and believable. As a scriptwriter at Ubisoft Toronto, you will join the narrative team and help create a cohesive and compelling narrative experience for a new audience of Splinter Cell fans. The Splinter Cell Remake is set to utilize the Snowdrop engine and promises to deliver state-of-the-art visuals and revamped stealth gameplay. While Ubisoft intends to preserve the heart of the Splinter Cell experience, Ubisoft has not announced a release date for the Splinter Cell Remake, although at this point the game is very early in production, so I really wouldn't expect this game to land at least 2025, maybe even 2026. So moving on to our next story, a new PSVR 2 trailer champions exciting new features as it promises you'll feel a new Rill, whatever that's supposed to mean. Sony Interactive Entertainment has released a brand new PSVR 2 trailer that claims you'll feel a new Rill with the upcoming headset, as it champions the various new features coming to the virtual reality headset. Discover how the revolutionary immersive features of PlayStation VR 2 can transport you to thrilling worlds that feel, look and sound real through PlayStation VR Sense technology. Sony has revealed that PSVR 2 will be released at some point in early 2023 and has a number of major games planned for the device, including Horizon Call of the Mountain, Resident Evil Village, Farpoint Ultra, Runner, and many more. PSVR 2 will feature new Sense controllers that include haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, much like the DualSense pad for the PS5. Our goal is to create a headset that will not only become an attractive part of your living room decor, but will also keep you immersed in your game world to the point where you almost forget you are using a headset or a controller. Very exciting stuff as we learn more each week about the PSVR 2. Really looking forward to this, and it feels as if we are actually now starting to receive more and more feedback and updates and trailers for the PSVR 2. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more gameplay over the coming weeks and months ahead before the new PSVR is released. It will be my first PSVR, well actually it will be my first VR experience. I didn't really get the original PSVR when it came out because I wasn't too sure about some of the games, but I'm really into it now and very much looking forward to the PSVR 2 whenever it does come out in 2023. Okay guys, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching. On your way out, do me a favor, please hit the like, bell and subscribe buttons, and I'll catch you on the next video.